Let me just be the first to say, count me out. Now we established that that's an egg, but is he using motor oil? Yeah, that's definitely motor oil. Count me out. First off, where this man's hands been? Like, I don't give a damn if it's street food. I ain't seen that man wash his hands not one time. But is he using Pennzoil? That grease black than a motherfucker. Ain't no telling how long it's been since that grease been changed. But you eat some type of shit like this? Count me out. While Donald Trump summoned his whole national security team, including J.D. Vance, back to the White House for this mystery meeting, there are now reports that a gunman opened fire multiple times at the White House.
Press pool says they heard gunshots fired near the White House, and reporters there are currently on lockdown. One correspondent says they heard multiple shots and Secret Service telling them to get down.
Now they're saying that the shooting had unfolded near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. A nearby citizen on the street was shot in an exchange and their condition is unknown. It's being reported that over 30 shots were reportedly heard in the direction of Eisenhower Executive Office building. They're stating that the suspect never got inside the general perimeter of the White House. Now, just a few hours before these gunshots rang out, President Trump had announced that his administration was working on a deal to end the war with Iran. As of right now, there has been no further information released regarding this incident. But if I'm just being honest, don't this seem like it's starting to happen more frequently? Never mind. Count me out.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Call the cop! I'm calling fucking cops. Get him fucking cops.
So hopefully by now you've heard about the scams that's going on at the gas pumps using screws. Ever since this video has went viral, the Virginia Police Department are warning drivers to beware. That one didn't have a screw.
Yo. Take that the fuck out. You see it right there. You bloody motherfucker! Fucking shit out right now. Fuck you!
Yeah, they knew they was wrong.
Take that shit out right now. You see that fucking shit? You see
Stealing
that
people's money.
Take that out. Alright, I'll get the cops. I'll get the cops. Who the fuck do you think you are? Call the cop! I'm calling fucking cops.
Employees that work for Shell are stealing people's gas. Those screws are put in place so the pump never hangs up. So you can fill up, somebody else can fill up, and etc. This is not only going on in Virginia, but it's going on everywhere. So beware. And on that note, count me out. This is what those 8 people thought was gonna happen when they got on that iron shot. Count me out. And these people were up there for hours. And on top of that, now you gotta climb down? Count me out. Talk about hitting up the amusement park thinking you about to have some fun. This ends up being your fate? Count me out. Just imagine that your bowels wanna move. You already in the position and gravity taking control. Count me out. This one right here, you can definitely check off the list. Let's shut this motherfucker down. I don't think nobody gonna be riding this joint this summer. This motherfucker made headline news. I had to do this one for the people. Count me out. Many were left confused why Cat Williams said what he said about Kevin Hart at that roast. Take a look at this.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it.
You feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, I don't expect less. I don't expect more. Would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Yes. Like, do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, it literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not.
People just want to know you can.
I don't fucking need to prove to people that I give a fuck.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Just this time. This one time.
No.
Yes, this one.
No. If you open that door, then that's the door that people expect all the time. Why the fuck do I need to do that?
Mind you, this interview was maybe like 10 minutes long. What you seen was the important parts. He agrees that it was a tasteful joke, but he didn't say it. In other words, it makes it okay because it didn't come out of his mouth. But y'all heard the man. If you don't like the type of content he making, don't watch it. Inquiring minds want to know, how do y'all feel about this? Y'all know that the nation did not like the joke that was told. Even some people said they was done fucking with Kevin Hart after this. Do you feel the same? This video right here was clearly made for clickbait. It had to be. Check this out.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So help me to share this video. Currently, I am in the Democratic Republic of the Congo for a couple months, okay? And there is no Ebola here. Everyone is living their best life. No one is panicking. The only place there is Ebola is on social media, on the international media, okay? So think about it.
So who are we to believe? Her or the news? As Ebola cases in the Congo pass over 900. She's saying it's just an internet thing, but it's several news outlets reporting this. And not to mention the allegedly 18 patients that escaped that health center before setting it on fire, I might add. But as always, inquiring minds want to know, who's telling the truth? Do we believe this woman that made this video? Or do we believe the news outlets in the rest of the world that's reporting on this? And if it really wasn't that serious, why did they divert that airplane that was headed to Detroit to Canada? Yeah, I'm thinking the same shit too. Count me out. Looks like Netflix just lost another membership. On June 3rd, they supposed to release a 3-part docu-series of Michael Jackson. This 3-part series is supposed to cover the child molestation trial, even though he was acquitted of all 10 felony charges against him back in 2005. Look at this shit.
He lured young boys to Neverland.
The kids knew the combination to the bedroom suite. Their mother didn't.
The defense said Michael Jackson loves children. It's all been misconstrued.
It was our opinion that they began to come up with these allegations.
I wasn't showing no more of that shit because I don't want to promote that shit at all. People are already saying they not watching this shit, canceling their Netflix account immediately. Some people still feeling it from when that Kevin Hart roast was on Netflix also. Another reason to get rid of these motherfuckers. We got some people saying just don't watch the shit. Seems like motherfuckers missing the point. Netflix is starting to change, even when they took the #1 spot from Michelle Obama. Some of y'all ain't gonna see it that way. My bad, I'm going too far as always. Count me out. How does someone from the Congo end up on an Air France flight going to Detroit? They find out this person on there, they reroute that motherfucker and send it to Canada.
And announced that we were being diverted. Suddenly all the flight attendants had face masks on, so that was also very concerning.
Man, I couldn't be one of those passengers on that plane. We got on the plane, I seen your face. I turn around, your face is covered. Count me out.
U.S. entry restrictions aimed at limiting the spread of Ebola forced the plane to divert to Montreal. The passenger, who was examined by a quarantine officer, had no symptoms and immediately returned to Paris.
Hopefully that information is correct and they didn't have any symptoms. If I was one of those passengers on that plane, I would be feeling some type of way. No information was told to them. Flight attendants walking past looking like doctors. Like, what's really going on? I think it's time to go back to 6 feet apart. Create a lot of space in between. Remember back in the day saying 3 feet, no pressure? Never mind. Count me out. So this is the phone that everyone thought they were going to receive when they made their deposits. But this is the phone that some people are starting to receive. Kind of identical, ain't it? Count me out.
They got the stars right. The stripes, however, that represent the 13 colonies, well, kind of missing a couple. T1, It's on Android.
Hold on. So they paid for an iPhone, but are gonna receive an Android? Corruption at its finest.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
But wait, there's more.
It has the date and time, and on the left side, it has the T1 phone logo.
So every time you send somebody a picture and they see that T1, they know you're using a Trump phone. Count me out. But hey, inquiring minds want to know, what y'all think of the new phone? I mean, the design is all the way from back in like 2010, but hey, who cares, right? A phone is a phone. Internet probably slow as hell. My bad. Count me out. So I guess you could say that New York is not rain friendly, as this continues to happen every time there's a downpour. Rain was coming down so hard, this girl got washed away. You think I'm lying? I don't know how Queens and the Bronx look, but this how it looked last night. Even the delivery driver trying to get through this rain. Shit crazy, man. It's so bad out there in New York that people trying to unstop the sewers so the water can go down. Count me out. One thing I can say about Chicago is we don't flood like this. At least our tunnel systems work when there is a flash flood warning. Stay safe and stay dry out there. Count me out. All I want to know is why sign up for a fight if you haven't been training? Anybody taught this man how to bob and weave? Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
I think he's doing this for like 20.
That boy needs wobbly. Sit down. Count me out. But inquiring minds want to know, I thought something was wrong with his heart. Why is this man in a boxing ring fighting if he having complications with his heart? Seems I ain't heard nothing about that ever since he made that announcement months back. Don't let this man go back in that ring. You see that pumpkin head on his right side? That should be an immediate count me out. For a minute, people had me thinking that this man actually won that fight. But I guess they consider this winning. My bad. Count me out. Somebody explain this to me. How do you get pulled over for using a cell phone in your right hand and you don't have a right hand? Check this shit out.
Palm County Sheriff's Office. Recently being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean, I saw you with your hand.
That right there should have been enough. He should have admitted he was wrong and should have said, have a good day. But did he?
So you want to just call this a day?
He should, right?
You had a hand manipulating.
You just said my right hand.
Well, I thought I saw you with your right hand. You had a hand
didn't.
The right hand. I saw you manipulate.
So you didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But
you didn't see me with my right hand.
Instead of admitting that he was wrong, he decided to continue to do that and then roll her a ticket. Mind you, this happened back in February. But this week, that same officer requested the court to dismiss it. But why write her a ticket to begin with? Just to have this woman come down to a court building to waste time out of her day for some shit she shouldn't have been down there for. Palm Beach, y'all gotta do better. Count me out.